See. Alright. It says we are live, so we'll go ahead and assume that that is a true thing. Welcome to our Saturday morning yoga class. Today we are going to be working on some stuff for your bum. Mostly we're going to be trying to activate those muscles and maybe get them to kick into high gear and do a little bit more work for us. As we're moving through the practice, a couple of things to be mindful of is, yes, we will want to engage and activate bum muscles. However, we don't want them to overshadow other muscle groups in that area that could and should be working. So for instance, when we're doing things such as our bridge pose, your bum, which is a fairly large muscle, could be squeezing tight and taking most of the work off of the low back and the inner thighs, but we want to try to continue to engage low back and inner thighs and have the bum be a part of a group of muscles and not just the main motivating muscles. And also you probably hear us cue oftentimes when we're in poses such as Cobra that we want to be lifting up and engaging from the back, and that is another pose where people tend to squeeze their bums more than they need to. So although we are working a lot on the group of muscles that is called our bum, we do still want to work a lot with the group of muscles around our bums today too. So once you come into a comfortable seated spot, we'll go ahead and get started. So that could be a crisscross applesauce, or you could take another one of our yoga seats, or even extend the legs out in front of you if that feels good. You can take a deep breath in, and we'll start by closing the eyes. We're just going to be here for a few moments today to set the intention. So once you've closed the eyes, begin to feel as though there's a marionette string at the top of the head that's pulling you up towards the ceiling, and just begin to lengthen your spine. And as you feel your head being pulled up to the ceiling, your spine getting a little bit longer, begin to engage the core and feel as though there's a nice warm hug wrapping around the midsection of the body, holding close the belly, the back, the left and the right sides. And once we've engaged and lifted and lengthened all these things, we're just going to take a moment as you inhale, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Eyes could stay closed or open. And as you exhale, bring the chin back towards the chest. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, nod the head up and back. Exhale, nod the chin down and forward. I'm going to do that one more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, chin forward. Let's keep the chin forward and then slowly roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. Pause here. Just notice any places where there might be some tenderness or tightness. And then slowly roll the chin back through the center and towards the right shoulder. Again, noticing, is there any places that are feeling a little overused or even underused? Let's go twice more each side. Roll through center to the left. And then roll back through center to the right. And we'll go one more time, rolling all the way across to the left. And rolling all the way across to the right. Bringing your chin back towards the center, and then head comes back up. Let's begin to roll the shoulders. Here, noticing through your shoulders, same thing. Any areas that are calling out for a little bit of attention today, whether they're asking for more or asking for less than what you've been giving them. And then once we've rolled those shoulders one last time, up, around, and down the back, let's begin to go through some rounds of seated cat-cow. As you exhale, curl the chin and the shoulders forward, round the back behind you. And as you inhale, lift the heart, peel the shoulders back, lift the gaze. Exhale into our seated cat. Inhale to our seated cow. And one more time, exhale. And inhale. This time as you inhale, keep that arch of the spine, sweep the arms up, lace the fingers, push the palms towards the ceiling. We're going to go side to side. Here becoming more aware of the left and right movements of the body. Noticing how you feel through the rib cage. We'll go one more time each way, left and right. And as you come back up to center, let's curl the spine again. So we're coming back into a cat. And again, begin to rock from side to side. So just trying to awaken all of these sleepy body parts. Maybe even awaken some places that we haven't heard from in a while. Let's go one more time, left and right. Coming back, inhale, lift up. We're going to bring those hands down through the heart to the hips, and we're going to begin to roll in circles. And here maybe is the first time you start to feel movement really through the pelvis and through the hips. Maybe you notice your sits bones shifting on the floor. Let's go one more time in this direction and then slowly pause and begin to roll the opposite way. And then we're just going to go 3, 2, and 1. When you come back to center, sit up nice and tall. Let's untuck those feet, planting them to the floor. I'm going to turn myself sideways. And here, just begin to swish from side to side. So we're slowly moving down the body, and this time maybe you notice that from the hips down through the joint and into the thigh bones, we're starting to awaken some movement going down the legs. 3, 2, 1, and then we're just going to stay here. We're going to roll those shoulders back, lift the heart, and we're going to begin to move through the joints of the knees. So just extend, lower, lift, lower. So now we feel thigh muscles pumping. We feel knee joints extending. Maybe you feel that hug in the abdomen, holding things together so we don't roll all the way down onto the floor yet. We're just going to go 3, 2, and 1. And then here, let's roll the right ankle around in circles. So now you feel your lower leg pumping, ankle joint moving. Pause. We'll go the opposite direction. And then we're going to slowly lower that right foot, lifting up your left, rolling your left ankle around, awakening the lower half of the left leg, slowing and then going the opposite way. And then releasing your left foot, stretching legs out. Sit up nice and tall, just like you did at the very beginning. Press the palms down towards the floor. Feel the marionette string holding your head up high. Hug the belly in. Lengthen the spine. Push out through the soles of your feet so that the toes look up and you feel the legs are active while you're here. Inhale, sweeps the arms up. And as you exhale, let's lean forward just as far as you can go. Inhale, come up. And for me today, I'm feeling that's a great big pull across my low back, across my sacrum, and into my thighs. We're going to do it a few more times, maybe. Notice that you can go a little bit further each time as your body starts to say, okay, we can do this today. And then one more time forward and coming up. Let's bring those hands to the heart. Recross your legs opposite of how you would normally cross them, so it feels a little bit funny to you. And here's where we'll set the intention. Now that we've woken the entire body, we've taken this little moving inventory of everything that's going on right now. Begin to set your intention with what seemed to be the theme of that inventory. Is your body calling out for more tender, loving care? Or is your body calling out for a little bit more push, challenge, activity? Once this intention has become clear to you, let's go ahead, take a deep breath in. Exhale to seal the intention. Then on your next inhale, let's reach those arms up. And on the exhale, bringing hands all the way down, pressing into palms, coming onto your hands and knees. Always remembering that although this is going to be a more active class, you still have the option to take it easy. And every time we do our planks, you have the option of modifying with the knees. Anytime you want to come to child's pose, go ahead, take that option if you'd like. Spread the fingers nice and wide. We're going to tuck 10 toes, and we're just going to lift the knees an inch or two off the floor and begin to really ask core muscles to do some work. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, push down through the feet, through the hands, lift the knees, hug into the belly, and then release. Let's do that a few more times. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. And release. Breathe in. Squeeze tight, lift up. Release. We're going to do it twice more. Inhale. Exhale, hug tight off of the floor. Come on down, and this time we're going to breathe in. Exhale, hug those knees up off the mat. Stay hovering, breathe in, and exhale, down dog. You can pedal out the feet while we're here. Any movement that feels good, feel free to add it in. And then from this downward facing dog, we're going to start to move in a rolling forward towards plank-like motion. We'll start by lifting the belly, and then inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, slide forward. Inhale, lift your seat. Exhale, lower the heels. Let the belly soften here. We're going to do that again. Engage your belly, so tighten up the core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slide. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slide. Try to feel yourself building heat. Engage the core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slide. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slide. So we're trying to really activate these core muscles. Lift. Slide, keep that squeeze in the tummy, coming up and back. We're going to do it one more time. Lift and slide. Lift and lower. Go ahead, bend the knees, come on back, child's pose. Let the belly be soft. Let your arms stretch forward. Spread the fingers wide. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Come on back. This time, maybe let's try to bring both heels towards the floor at the same time. Always can have the option of bending the knees. Heels could stay lifted. And we're just going to begin to inhale, lift the right foot. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift the left and down. So it's just like we're walking great big mountain steps, lifting one foot, setting it down, lifting the opposite, setting it down, left, and we're going to go one more time each side, right, and last time left. And this time as both feet come to the floor, look forward, walk on up. And inhale, open the arms, rise. Bring hands to the heart, Samasthi. Pause for a moment. Notice your breath. Adjust the weight so that both the left foot, right foot are holding on to the mat evenly. Roll the shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Lift the head up high. And then on your inhale, come on up. We're going to create a steeple mudra where your fingers can shoot up towards the ceiling. We're going to start moving into the back line of the body. So we're going to inhale deep. Exhale, back bend, look across the ceiling. And then come back to standing tall. Exhale, feel engagement of those back body muscles. And come back to standing tall. Exhale as your squeeze. Check out what your toes might be doing if they're gripping the mat. Twice more. Squeeze. Notice how your shoulders are feeling. You can always bring hands to the heart. Squeeze. And then as you exhale, come all the way down and forward to full Uttanasana. Releasing the hands, we can pedal the feet or bend one knee after the other. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fingertips could stay on the floor. They could crawl up the shins. Feel your head push forward. Feel your tailbone pull back. Once again, hugging up into the midsection of the body, engaging all these core muscles, and then softly fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Finding your best place, pressing shoulder blades down the back towards your pants pockets. Exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Feel yourself shifting weight slightly forward. Knees could have a bend in them if that feels good. And fold. We'll do it twice more. Engage, halfway lift. Forward fold, release. And one more time, lengthen and lift. Exhale, release. Halfway lift this time, let's lengthen and step on out. Right foot, left foot, high plank. Bringing knees to the mat. You can modify if you'd like to. You don't have to. That's just an option. Take one deep breath in here from your plank and exhale, slowly lower to the floor as if you have to work to get there. And then turn those feet flat. Hug the elbows close to your ribs and peel on up from the floor, coming into your cobra and release. Do this a few more times. Peel up from the floor, cobra. Engage your thighs all the way down the legs to the 10 toes. Release. Squeeze from the low back all the way up to the crown of the head and release. We're going to do it just twice more. Peel up from the mat and press back down. And then one last time, lifting up and come down. Or press through the hands, bend the knees, come on back, tabletop. From your tabletop, let's extend on out the right leg. Forgot which leg I wanted to start on. Check in with your arms, that we're not locking the elbows, that there's still some movement available in the elbows. Check in that their line goes from your shoulders, elbows to your wrists. And then when you're ready, extend that left arm forward. So we're going to do 2 sets of movement here, and the breath is going to be the big changing factor when we do. Right here on this full extension, take a breath in, and as you exhale, pull everything to the middle. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Let's do it 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale, open wide. So exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. And 1 more time. Exhale, crunch and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-extend. And then let's come back to 4 points. Shifting over, we're going to do the same breath work on the other side. Extend your left leg. Hold those hips level. So if we had a block on your back, your block would stay flat on the back. We don't want to lift the left hip here. Let's extend the right arm. Take a deep breath. Exhale, squeeze. So crunch and open. Exhale, squeeze and open. We're going to do it 3 more times, and I just want you to notice that if this work feels challenging, you could just be moving the joints of your shoulders and hips. You could leave the crunch out. 1 more time, squeeze, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, extend, and come back. Let's take a moment. So with all the work that we do, you can create more effort into these movements, or you could allow them to stay a little bit softer. You can purposely engage more muscles, or you could purposely leave them a little bit softer. Let's come back to the right side, right leg out, left arm forward. So again, here you can move joints of the shoulders and the elbows and the knees and the hips if you want to. Or we can use this as our exhale breath this time. So this is the breath where we're engaging and pushing out a taut line. Inhale, slack. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, slack. Exhale, squeeze. So we're just having the muscles do more work on the opposite side of the movement. Exhale, squeeze. Soften. And 1 more time, exhale, squeeze and push all the way down the line from your belly button to your fingers, from your belly button to your heel. 1 breath in and release. And then let's do that on the other side. So extending left leg, right arm. This is where you want the contraction. So this is where you want to feel muscles squeezing tight. Exhale, inhale, soft. Exhale, push and slack the line. Exhale, squeeze and release. Twice more, open and soften. 1 more time, out. Hold. Breathe in and release. Come on back, tuck those toes, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Right foot lifts up high. Exhale, steps on through. So let's adjust the back foot, the right foot, the left foot. When you're ready, hands to the hips, to the heart, overhead. Your choice. You can even use the wall if you like. Or go back into those back bends. And when you're moving into the back bend, I want you to think about your bum, the big muscle of your bum, and I want you to come on back into that back bend. Feel your back muscles, so above the waistband of your pants, and then come out of the back bend. Do that a few more times. Back bend. So feel your back muscles and come out. We're going to do it twice more. Back bend and come out. We're going to do it once more. Back bend. Whoa, and come out. Now we did say this was a class for our bum muscles, right? Push down through the heel of your front foot. Feel that that engages right in the center of your glutes, center slightly to the right side. And then go ahead, lift up, straighten, come on down, push into the heel, engage the center of that glute once again. Take a deep breath in, hands come down, step on out, down dog. Inhale, raise the left foot high. Exhale, steps through. Adjusting everything so you can come up, hips, heart, overhead, wherever you'd like to place your hands today. So thinking about keeping the muscles of your bum where they are. So we don't want to feel bum squeezing while we're moving. We just want to back bend and it's back muscles. So my tush is staying just as it was, back bend and release. Twice more. Back bend and release. Once more, back bend and release. Push down into that front heel. Feel something get a little bit more active. Center left of your bum. Drive that down into the floor. We're going to take one more breath in. Straighten the leg. Re-engage the lunge, re-engage that center bum muscle. Breathe in. Exhale, hands come down, step out, down dog. Inhale, take the right foot up high. And exhale, step through. Inhale, sweep on up, high lunge. This time we're going to go forward, so you'll feel your front body muscles a little bit more. And you might feel your outer bum muscle a little bit more, so what you might call more of your right hip. Or take a deep breath in, hug the belly close, exhale forward, maybe feel right here on the outer side of the hip. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go forward, keep pulling your belly away from the thigh, and feel that outer bum, outer hip squeeze. And lift. I'm going to do it twice more, I think. Exhale. Breathe in. One more, I think it's 5. Come on up. And this time we're going to move the back leg. So we'll keep the front leg where it is, and we're just going to lower that back knee, hover above the mat for 5. So squeeze in. Feel your top quad. 3, 2, 1, straighten, hands down, step out, down dog. Take the left foot up high and step forward. Come on up, find your lunge. So again, we're going to move into the outer bum, the outer hip. Pull that belly in as you inhale. Exhale, squeeze forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, squeeze forward. And lift up. Try to notice that small grouping right on the outer edge of your bum, hip, working for you twice more. Hug the belly up as best you can. It doesn't matter if it touches the thighs, it just matters that you're trying to hug it in forward. Lift. We're going to go to the back leg. Come on down. Just hover. Hug these glute muscles. Feel your front quad muscle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we go. Hands come down. Downward facing dog. And this time as you inhale, bring the left foot up again. Exhale, steps forward. 1 foot, 2 feet, fold. Inhale, open arms, rise. Hands to the heart. Pause for a moment, close the eyes. Grab some water if you'd like. And we'll move into some open hips. That's the word I was looking for. So inhale, sweep the arms up high. And exhale, swan back forward. Halfway lift, lengthen. We're slowly plant the palms, step on out. Left foot, right foot, high plank. From your high plank, coming all the way down to your belly. Turn those feet flat, slide your arms down by your side. Palms could be face up for the first one, so slide your arms down. And as you peel on up off the floor, we can lift from the low back all the way up to the crown of the head, from the low back all the way out to the tips of the toes, coming into an unbound locust. Take a deep breath in and release, looking to the right. We're going to do 2 more sets. Let's bring the hands together, right thumb on top of the pile. Take a deep breath in and then peel up. You can always keep the arms unbound if this does not feel great for your shoulders, for your neck, or for anywhere else. Check your glute muscles. They want to be active but not doing all the work. Breathe in and come down. Look left. And then bringing hands back together, left thumb on top this time, gaze to the floor, begin to peel up and off the mat. Breathe deeply. So we never want to stop breathing while we're here. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Hands beneath the shoulders, press back, tabletop. From your tabletop, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, lifting right foot. Exhale, coming forward. I'm going to turn myself, warrior 2, so that we can still hear. Leveling off those arms, we've got a horizon line from one set of fingers through the other. Gaze can come out over the middle finger of your front hand. So we're still working to activate through the glutes, through the bum. So I want for everyone to spread those toes nice and wide. Press into the heel of the right foot. You're going to feel that just kind of shoots something right up in your bum. That sounded terrible. And then we're going to straighten the front knee, lift that front heel, or lift the front toes, not the heel. Press back into a full foot lunge. And then we're going to slowly straighten, turn those 10 toes, and come to the other side. Once you've come into your warrior 2, create that horizon line of the arms. Press down through the heel. Engage the center muscles of your bum. So feel that reactivated some muscles that might have started to soften. Straighten the front knee. Lift the front toes. Take a deep breath. Lunge back in. This time we're going to keep the 10 toes facing out. We're going to turn to a goddess squat. So can adjust as we need to here. Shoulders and arms can be cactus arms. If shoulders are feeling tired, you can slowly bring hands to the heart or to the hips. And then we're just going to, this time, lift the right heel off the mat and do just a little lowering, deepening. You can pulse if the pulse feels good, or you can hold if you prefer to hold. But think about all of the groupings of muscles that make up the bum, especially on the right side, and try to feel as many of those activating as you can for another 3, 2, 1. Rise, lower that heel, come on up, soften the toes, and now lift back up, turn those toes out, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, goddess squat. Option for arms in cactus, at the heart or at the hips. Let's lift this time your left heel off the mat and just begin to breathe and move. So you feel a great opening on the front side of the thighs. You feel a great squeezing on the back sides. You can pulse or you can just hold. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lower that heel, straighten the legs, soften the toes, and fold. We're just going to do it one more time, and then we're going to balance and then come on down for some more work on the mats. Turn those toes out, bend your knees. Inhale, come on up, goddess squat. Finding your best variation with your arms, lift right heel, left heel, that's an option. You can do one at a time if you want. We're going to be here for a total of 10. So you can switch halfway through and I'll count. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those heels down, soften the toes, forward fold, let it go. Opening the arms, rise on up. Hands can sweep around to the heart. We'll step feet together, shake legs out. So let's move into our balancing pose, eagle for today. Hands can come to the heart. We're going to start with eagle legs, then we'll add the eagle arms, lifting the right foot up. We're just going to cross over. Toes could dangle, they could touch down, or they could wrap around. Now you notice when you wrap around that your hips might shift. Try to bring them back to the front and then begin to bend into your standing knee. So kind of like we're at a tea party. We're going to extend the arms forward, cross the right elbow under the left, and we can wind the arms so that palms are connected, backs are connected, or hands can hug the shoulders. Now as you sit down lower in your seat, lift up and forward with your elbows, keeping the shoulders low. And just feel that pull in opposite directions along your spine. Let's squeeze tight for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can unwind. Inhale, come up. Maybe you feel a great big rush. Pause for a breath. We're going to do it slow like that on the other side, and then we'll do it a little bit quicker. So beginning to sit low. Left leg up and over. Toes can dangle, touch down, or wrap around. One leg might do it a lot easier than the other. Arms can come forward as you sit low. Left elbow under the right. Wrap the arms. Can be palms to palm, back to back, or you can hug your shoulders. Lift up through the elbows, push down through the seat, hug tight all of your muscles, clinging to their counterparts for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Come on up. Breathe deep. Hands to heart. We're going to do eagle just one more time on each side. We're coming to it a little bit more flowy. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, wrap the right leg, right arm. Come on down. Here again, we'll hold for 5. Just breathe. On your inhale, come up. And on your exhale, let's go the opposite way. And once you're there, it's just 5. Breathing on your own. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Cross the ankles. Come on down to seated. Yes. And from your seat, we're going to come long ways onto your mat, so you've got a little bit of space. Before rolling down, we're going to work front body, but we're going to go out to the sides. So we're going to work abdominal muscles as well as outer glutes, outer hips. So let's just start by tiptoeing those feet in. Fingers could come out to reach for the space in front of you. They could support the back of your thighs, or they could come onto the floor. All of these are great options. We're going to lift up right foot, lift up left foot. We're going to push out right leg, push out left leg, pull them both back in, and lower them down. We're going to do that a few more times. So tiptoe in, engage the core, feel that hug to begin with. Right foot lifts, left foot lifts, right leg opens, left leg opens, hug everything back in and down. This time I'll show variations if you want to go further. Tiptoe those feet in. Right leg lifts, maybe extends. Left leg lifts, maybe extends. Right leg out. Left leg out. Hug back in. Bend those knees, release. We're doing it just twice more. Tiptoe in. Extending your legs one at a time, however far they're going today. Remember, you can always hug in. Use the hands for support if you want to. Bring everything back together and back down. We're going one more time. Tiptoe in. Lift on up. 1, 2. Open to the sides. 3, 4. Pull back in, coming down and lower. Whew. So that's front body, outer hips. Let's move all the way into those glutes. So adjusting onto your mat, roll the shoulders down by your side. Plant the feet so that they're only about as wide as your hips. And then push down through the heels of those feet. We're going to stay flat on the floor for just a moment and then relax the whole foot to the floor. Just notice how that makes a small difference. And it's not too big right now while we're laying flat on our backs, but once we come up, you'll notice it more. All right, next time your feet are flat to the floor, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, push up and into your bridge. For today, we can keep the elbows bent, fingertips looking to the ceiling, arms by your side so they could brush along the sides of your body. Press down through the right heel. Press down through the left. Notice that that gives a little active squeeze, just a little bit more work, inner thighs and into the glutes. Set down both feet flat and come onto the floor. So we'll add on a little bit more each time. And remember, you can take the best variation of bridge that works for you today. You don't have to keep adding on. So planting upper arms into the mat, Fingertips look to the ceiling. Hold feet on the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, push up from the mat. Press into the right heel and press into the left heel. And this time just lift the right leg, lift the left leg. Now as you're lifting, we're keeping the knees bent, kind of just like we're marching on our heels. And you want to try to keep those hips side by side, so you could hold fingertips on the hips to keep them from rocking left and right. We're going to step each one more time. Right heel, left heel. And then come on down. Take a break. Maybe swish those legs from side to side. Again, adding on, please feel free to stay where you were at any time. Engage upper arms, fingertips look to the ceiling, breathe in deep. Exhale, push away from the mat. Press down right heel, left heel. This time we're gonna hover. So hold the right heel, right leg on the floor. Take the left leg's gonna hold. Right leg lifts up. And then extend the right leg forward and lower it just above the mat and do a little pulse. You want to feel your left thumb and left hip holding on for dear life while we're here, keeping this structure from falling. You can always come to flat foot if you want to. 3, 2, 1, keep everything as it is. Lift that right leg up, bend the knee, heels, feet, body, down, release. Left glute just did a lot of work. Let's get the right one going. Take a deep breath in. Push away from the mat. Dig in with the right heel, keeping the right leg where it is. Lifting the left foot, extend the leg, and then lower it down towards the floor, just an inch above, and begin to just pump the lever of your left leg and squeeze tighter with your right bum, right thigh, right side body. Keep breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going to send that left leg up, bend the knee, heel comes down, feet come down, body comes down, rock from side to side. And on this very last one, we're just going to take it out to the side, so we're going to add a little bit of off-center movement. Hug those arms by your side. Pressing down through the mat, inhale, lift on up, come off the floor. Left heel digs in, right leg lifts up, extend, come forward. We're still gonna hold that left leg just where it is. We're going right, right, right. So just noticing if your whole body tries to wag while you're here. Keep digging in that left side and just moving the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, bring it up, bend the knee and release. We're going to do it last time on the right side. Take a deep breath. Press away from the floor. Right heel digs in, left leg lifts, extends forward, and then goes left, left. And notice if your right side body is wagging while you're here. Try to keep it stationary. Breathe. We're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up, Bend the knee, come on down. Hug those knees to your chest and breathe. Roll the ankles around. So today we're going to rock back up to seated. And stretch out those glutes. So I'm going to stretch out by moving into a double pigeon pose. Left leg is going to match the front edge of your mat. And then right leg is going to try to stack on top. So double pigeon can also be called square pose, square, because when you look forward, this is a square edge, right leg, left leg, edge of the mat. Can also be called fire logs for that same stacking reason, but also because it gets a little bit toasty as the legs spend more time here. Now, if you are like me and you start with a fairly large gap between your top knee and your ankle, this is nothing to worry about. You could always stack a blanket in there if you wanted to, or you could place elbows onto the thigh and onto the foot and slowly just try to close that gap. And remember, everything is always done with love. We're not angry that the gap is there. We're not trying to force it out. We're just giving it a little bit of encouragement. And just breathe. So I'm going to move from this double pigeon into a seated twist, but let's stay here for a moment. If everything feels good, you could walk the hands forward. You go a little bit further. I'm going to walk everything back in. We're going to move into a seated twist. So your right leg is on top. Let's take the left arm up high. Bring it to the center of the thigh. So we don't want to push directly on the knee joint. And then just slowly begin to lift up and feel your spine twirling around itself. Back hand could stay connected to the floor, or it could wrap around the side of your body. And slowly coming out of the twist, we'll counter when we go to the other side. So let's unstack those legs and swish. Once you're ready, right leg will be the bottom, lining up with the front edge of your mat. Left leg will be the top, lining up, maybe ankles and knees, one on top of the other, finding that we've got stacked shin bones. Could work to close the gap if there is a gap to close. You could stay upright. You could tuck something beneath the knee if you want to add a little bit of a support there. Or you could crawl forward. Slowly walk back in. Left leg is on top this time. Right arm comes up high. And we'll twist to the other side. Back hand could stay on the floor or wrap around your side body. slowly coming out of the twist, uncrossing the legs, shifting from side to side. And once you're ready, we're going to come down onto your back sides or Shavasana. I'm going to stay seated once you come down. So just slowly rolling down onto your back. Begin to stretch your feet out far and wide in front of you. Maybe roll your arms far away from the sides of your body. Take a new inventory. Breathing in. Maybe move your head from side to side or just rock your chin from left to right. Roll your shoulders up and away from the ears, down the back, and then just let your arms slowly rotate forward and back. Feel some movement through the side body, maybe shifting rib cage left and right. Or even feel yourself press the heart backwards towards the floor. And then feel yourself push the shoulders forward through your chest. Press down through the right hip, all the way down the right leg, towards the right foot. Press down through the left hip, all the way down your left leg, towards your foot. And just feel everything find its perfect space. Come back to the intention that you set. And thank yourself for taking that time. Taking time to listen to what is most needed in your physical body, in your brain, in your mind, in your heart and spirit. And let all of this just slowly sink into every tissue, fiber, cell of your being. Take a deep breath in. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Begin to stretch your arms to the floor behind your head. And then roll onto the right or left side. When you're ready, press back up to seated and bring hands to the heart center. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When you are in that place in you, and I'm in that place in me, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining us this morning. I do hope that you enjoyed our Saturday morning yoga class. Let me know how your bums feel tomorrow. I'm sure that we can stretch them back out during yin. But have a great Saturday. Enjoy the sunshine, and we'll see you next